On 12th of October 2021, Pitamaha Patriji's handwritten message at Visakhapatnam. This is an excerpt from the book The Luminous Landscape of the Afterlife by Matthew McKay. The subject of this message is Jordan 16th, Healing Place. Souls arrive in the healing place for many reasons. These can include dying while in a coma and unaware of the transition, dying a sudden or violent death in a state of terror or rage, and in some cases not yet knowing they are discarnate. Having had a life strongly influenced by fear and fear avoidance, these souls often arrive terrified with minds practiced at catastrophic possibilities. Each catastrophic thought turns into a vivid experience that only terrifies them more. The harsh bardos described in the Egyptian and Tibetan books of the dead derive from these fear-fueled stories. Fear avoidance is also a factor. These souls become frantic trying to escape the images of their own making. This painful scenario, panicking, trying to get away and panicking even more when there is nowhere to go, continues until these stories and images are slowly turned around by guides. The best preparation for the bardo, while still incarnate, is to work on the realization that your thoughts are not real and use meditation to observe thoughts rather than get caught and consumed in them. Having had a life strongly influenced by anger and violence are the opposite of love. Incarnate souls who have learned to respond to pain with anger are unprepared for the spirit world. Violence is even more problematic. Violence inflicts wounds as much on the perpetrator as the victim. It creates pockets of inert or distorted energy in the perpetrating souls. These souls, as a result, suffer isolation and cannot hear love. They arrive deeply alone and require major energy transfusions. Much like blood transfusions, before they can even begin to connect, some of them remain in the healing wards for earth centuries. Having life influenced by greed, because greed is the product of delusion that we all separate, unconnected by love, it leaves souls profoundly confused immediately after death. Their lives have been about having and taking rather than loving and sharing. As with anger, greed isolates. Souls see themselves alone, fighting for limited resources, and like angry souls, they arrive largely deaf to love. Souls who despair have missed the point of life. They think life is about achieving happiness, and that pain indicates a blatant failure. But life is not about being happy, it is about learning to love no matter what level of pain or suffering we face. The pain is an essential part of the lesson, not a sign of failure. Despair is really the ability to express and act on love during period of extended pain. When despairing souls, particularly those whose death was a suicide, arrive in the afterlife, they may be unattuned to love. While souls aren't blamed or judged for their despair, it takes time to awaken. Having had a life marked by shame and self-hate, shame occurs when a soul believes their life choices to be at odds with what is good and right. They feel judged, a failure in the eyes of others. Because they believe they are undeserving, they remain deaf to the sound of love permeating the afterlife. This was excerpted by Patriji from the book The Luminous Landscape of the Afterlife by Matthew McKay. For more updates, keep watching PMC English. Like, subscribe and share this video.